So we have a fruit, and the fruit, we have the peel, the meat, and the seed. One fruit. Because all of this is telling us that our Creator is one. So we make every day three but yet one, three parts but yet one, testifying to himself. See? Which is testifying to Yahweh Elohim, Yahshua is a unity and not a trinity. See? So we have a head cavity, a chest cavity, an abdominal cavity. See? Now you can live without your limbs, but you can't live without your head cavity, or your chest cavity, or your abdominal cavity in your physical tabernacle, which your body is a tabernacle. But it's showing that unity, that the Creator is a unity and not a trinity by this divine pattern, which is the most holy place, the holy place, and the court round about. If you even take your hand, you have your upper arm, your lower arm, and your hands with your fingers. One hand. See, the same thing you could do. See, for your feet, for your legs. You have your thigh, your legs, and you have your feet. See, with your toes. So when you look at it, everything is showing you threefold, but yet one. You examine your finger. See, these simple things that teach you about your Creator. He said to take the natural things of Him to understand the spiritual. So when we speak in terms of past tense, present tense, and future tense in our conversation. One speech. All of that is telling you about your Creator, who is a unity and not a trinity. So after having all these witnesses, then we are without excuse to walk around saying the Creator is a trinity. Because He has laid it down so simple that you and I should be able to see it. It don't take you no rocket science for us to understand that. You don't have to go to a theology college or seminary school to understand that. See? So all of these natural things Yahweh is using to teach us about Himself. So these are the things Moses and the children of Israel, you see, was shown who Yahweh is. And Yahweh is showing Moses how He created heavens and the earth by this pattern, this divine tabernacle pattern. So that's how everything is coming out. So 1, 2, 3, and number 1, testifying to Yahweh Elohim Yahshua is a united spirit within Himself and not a trinity. You see? So He has given us all of this. So Moses appeared in the mount, and here what happens. And we have see, the 30th chapter, and it goes into the label and some of the vessels and how to consecrate Aaron and his sons. You see? I'll go to the 31st verse in the 30th chapter. Now, if you go to the 18th verse in that same chapter, he's telling Moses about the label. See, I'll just read it for you. And thou shalt make a label of brass, and his feet also of brass, to wash withal, and thou shalt put it between the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, and thou shalt put water therein. For Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet thereat. When they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, they shall wash with water, that they die not. Or when they come near to the altar to minister, to burn offering made by the fire unto Yahweh, so shall they wash their hands and their feet, that they die not, and it shall be a statute forever to them, even to him and to his seed throughout their generation. So that is about the label and how the label is to be used for the washing of the priests, Aaron and his sons. And it showed him how to make the holy anointing oil. See? That is going to be the 31st verse. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, This shall be an holy anointing oil unto me throughout your generations. Upon man's flesh shall it not be poured, neither shall he make any other like it after the composition of it. It is holy, and it shall be holy unto you. Whosoever compoundeth any like it, or whosoever putteth any of it upon a stranger, shall even be cut off from his people. She's telling them about the anointing oil. The anointing oil, if you pay attention, upon man's flesh shall it not be poured. The oil cannot be poured upon your flesh. See? And you go into some of what is practiced in the world today, and there are those who say they are anointing people, and the oil they are anointing them with is going on the flesh. But they will tell you they're taking it from the Bible or wherever they get it from. But the oil that Yahweh will say to anoint his priests, not the general congregation, was not being anointed. It's only his priests to be anointed. And when they are anointed, this anointing oil is not to touch the flesh. So we see that people are copying things that is seen in the Bible and do not know why they're doing it. And if they even copying it, they even copying it right. And who is to get this anointing on is only the priest. See? Only the priest. So I just want to pray that out. See, and these are some of the things. And then we go to the 31st verse. See, and we go to the 13th to the 16th verse. See? And he says, Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily, my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you. Goes on to the 16th verse. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generation, for perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. the sign between Yahweh and who? Yahweh and the children of Israel. Has nothing to do with nobody else. That Sabbath has nothing to do with nobody else. It is a sign between Yahweh and the children of Israel. How did some of us get into it to say we have to keep that? See? So just taking the Bible and reading it or copying it doesn't make one righteous. See? And you say, he didn't say it's for some other reason. He didn't say it was for salvation. He said for a sign. And a sign is not the real thing. Just want to bring that out at this point. You see? So we reach the 32nd verse. And when the people saw that Moses delayed, so remember Moses was up here in the mount for 40 days and 40 nights. See? And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Make us deities or gods, which shall go before us. For this, make us deities or gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we would not what is to become of him. We don't know what is to become of him. This man that brought us up, Moses, but Moses never really brought him up, you know. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings, which are in the ears of the wives and of your sons and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. So Aaron the high priest is to go break off these earrings. So this is what Aaron the high priest tell him to do. Break off the earrings. See? And bring them unto me. Bring them unto Aaron. And all the people broke off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought it unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fastened it with a graving tool, after he had made it in molten calf. And he said, These be the gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So what has just happened here? Now this is Aaron the high priest. And they were not too long given commandments not to make any golden, any graven image. To me, Exodus 23, to make sure that that is what happened. See?
Thou shalt have no Elohim before me.
So now when they came around Mount Sinai, and he's speaking this law, which is say the 10 Commandment law, and he's speaking it into the hearing. This is what one he said. Go to start it over.
Thou shalt have no Elohim before me.
Thou shalt have no Elohim, or no gods, or no deities besides Yahweh Elohim. Don't have none.
Thou shalt not make unto thee
He said, thou shalt not make unto yourself
any graven image.
any graven images. Now, what is Aaron doing? He said, don't do that. Don't make unto thyself any graven images.
Nor the likeness of anything
Nor the likeness of anything
that is in the heaven
that is
above,
in the heavens above,
or in the earth beneath,
or in the earth beneath,
or in the water under the earth.
or in the water under the earth.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to
Do
them,
not bow down thyself to them, nor what? Serve them. So even if you make an image like unto a man, he said, don't even do that. Don't make it. So don't make any kind of image of anything that's in the heaven above, on the earth beneath, on the waters under the earth. Do not make them, do not bow down thyself to them, nor what? Serve them. He just tell them that. And Moses goes up in the mount and only stays up there for 40 days. Look what the high priest is doing. See? See? And Aaron is telling them, these be the gods. And if you notice something, gods. So he made several deities. These be the gods of Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, read Exodus, the 32nd chapter, see? We're going down from the second to the third, see? To the fourth verse, to the fifth verse. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamations and said, tomorrow is a feast. What's your book at?
a feast,
What?
a feast.
You reading from which Bible? Which Bible are you reading from? Holy Name. What did Holy Name say?
And Aaron made a proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to Yahweh.
Tomorrow is a feast to Yahweh, you see, because I'm reading from the King James. He said tomorrow is a feast to Yahweh. But you're making a feast to Yahweh with what kind of gods? Your own gods you make. And it rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. So what they're doing, I want to show you that it's the children of Israel who Yahweh delivered out of the hands of Pharaoh and his host, parted the Red Sea for them, fed them, and Moses just went up in the mount for 40 days, and their high priest, see, is the one who initiated the building of and the making of various deities or gods, and have the children of Israel worship it. So I want to show you where false worship has started. See? Give me Jude. I'm on the 8th chapter of Jude. Because we tell you to the law and to the testimony. Didn't we tell you that? we said the Lord is the first guidebook to the Bible, from Genesis to Deuteronomy, and the testimony is the next 34 books of the Bible. So we just saw in the Lord what Aaron and the children of Israel has done. After Yahweh tell them, don't serve no one else but him. Don't make no graven images. So we're not true Judges. Judges, the 8th chapter. Now, in this 8th chapter of Judges, we have a man called Gideon. See? A man chosen of Yahweh. And there was a battle to fight. See? And Yahweh delivered his enemies that he had to fight into his hand, using a very small amount of people. So after Yahweh delivered the enemies into the hands of Gideon, I'll read to you from the 22nd verse. Then the men of Israel said unto Gideon, rule thou over us. Go thou and thy son, and thy son's son also, for thou hast delivered us from the hand of Midian. And Gideon said unto them, I will not rule over you, neither shall my son rule over you. Yahweh shall rule over you. And Gideon said unto them, I will desire a request of you, that ye shall give me every man the earrings of his prey, for they had golden earrings, because they were Ishmaelites. And they answered, we will willingly give them. And they spread a garment, and they cast therein every man the earrings of his prey. And the weight of the golden earrings that he requested was 1,700 shekels of gold, besides ornaments and colors and purple raiments that was on the kings of Midian, and besides the chains that were above their camels. So Yahweh delivered Israel from the hands of the Midians. See, and the Midians request Gideon to rule over them. th verse of the 8th 8th chapter of Judges. And Gideon made an ephod thereof, and put it in his city, even in Ophrah. And all Israel went thither, and all Israel went thither a whole after it, which then became a snare unto Gideon and to his house. See? So then we see Gideon also, after Yahweh delivered the people, using Gideon, then what did Gideon do? He built his own statue using earrings, just like Aaron did. See, and the whole of Israel went a-hoeing, they say, after it. See, when he told all of them to worship no idols, don't make not any. Give me Deuteronomy 9:16. See? I'll start from the 13th verse, 9:13. Furthermore, Yahweh spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven. And I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they. So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire, and 2 tables of stone of the covenant were in my hands. And I looked, and beheld, he had sinned against, behold, he had sinned against Yahweh, your Elohim, and had made you a molten calf. He had turned aside quickly out of the way that Yahweh had commanded you. And I took the 2 tables and cast them out of my 2 hands and brake them before your eyes. So this is Moses, under the law, is reminding the children of Israel what they did. Give me Judges 17:3. I think I might start with those verses. Judges, the 17th chapter. And there was a man of Mount Ephraim, whose name was Micah. And he said unto his mother, the 1100 shekels of silver that were taken from thee, about which thou castest about thee, which thou cursedest, spake of also in mine ears, behold, the silver is with me. I took it. And his mother said, blessed be thou of Yahweh my son. And when he had restored the 1100 shekels of silver to his mother said, I have wholly dedicated the silver unto Yahweh for my hand, for my son, to make a graven image and a molten image. Now therefore I will restore it unto thee. So she is saying she was missing, you see, her jewels, and she had asked her son about it, and her son confessed that he had taken it. She gave it back to him, she said, because these jewels, it's for you. For you to make a golden image or molten image. In other words, to make a deity or statue, as we will call it. You see? You see? Which was saying? Fourth verse. And he restored the money unto his mother. And his mother took the 200 shekels of silver and gave them to the founder, who made thereof a graven image and a molten image. And they were in the house of Misha or Misa. See? So then they make their own image, contrary to what Yahweh tell them what not to do. Seventh verse. And there was a young man out of Bethlehem, Judea, of the family of Judah, who was a Levite, and he sojourned there. And the man departed out of the city from Bethlehem, Judea, to sojourn where he could find a place. And he came to Mount Ephraim, to house of Misha, as he journeyed. And Misha said unto him, whence comest thou? And he said unto him, I am a Levite of Bethlehem, Judah, and I go to sojourn where I might find a place. And Misha said unto him, dwell with me, and be unto me a father and a priest, and I will give thee 10 shekels of silver by the year, and a suit of apparel, and thy victuals. So the Levite went in. And the Levite was content to dwell with the man, and the young man was unto him as one of his sons. And Misha consecrated the Levite, and the young man became his priest. and was in the house of Mitchell. See? So what is she doing? See? If you realize in your Bible, you have priests for sale. Once you could pay the priest price, it's going to work for you. So they build the idol of silver that Yahweh tells you don't build that. And they get a priest. See? And this priest seems to have no inheritance. And he is willing now to go and serve idols and to be this man's personal priest. See? So he's bought out. Has nothing to do with righteousness. And this is a Levite, this is one coming from the order of Aaron. Showing you way back there. We are false teachers has come into the world. It coming through the ones who was ordained, going against the purpose of Yahweh, going against the commandments of Yahweh. So then he is easily bought. See? Easily bought. Give me 1 Kings, the 12th chapter. Now, we have a situation here in 1 Kings, the 12th chapter. And for you to understand it, I'm going to start. I started the 21st verse. See? You need to read these chapters for yourself. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judea with the tribes of Benjamin, and 184,000 chosen men, which were warriors to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. But the word of Yahweh came Shemaah, the man of Elohim, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judea, and unto all the house of Judea and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Thus said Yahweh, Ye shall not go up and fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me, and they hearken therefore to the words of Yahweh, and return to depart according to the word of Yahweh. And Jehoram built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out from thence and built in Penuel. And Jehoram said in his heart, Nor shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of Yahweh at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Elohim, or unto Yahweh, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judea, and they shall kill me, and brought him to Rehoboam, king of Judea. Therefore the king took counsel, and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them, It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold, the gods are the deities of Israel, which brought you up out of the land of Egypt. So what he did? To prevent the people from returning to serve Yahweh Elohim, he got his golden calves. He made his golden calves and encouraged the people. Don't go and serve Yahweh Elohim. Stay around me. Serve these golden images. So we're seeing this pattern, and if you notice, we see the pattern going through the law and the what? Prophets. See, that's why I'm going all through the book. So when we tell you what Isaiah have told you, you go to the law and to the Testament, and when you start to see it going through the dispensation and ages, the same thing is taking what? Place, then you understand what is taking place now. Then you start to understand what is happening in that law. That when it is stated that there is no new thing under the what? Under the sun, nothing new. It will look like this person doing something new, but it is not new. So when we pick it up in Moses, we see that after the children of Israel came out of Egypt, Yahweh delivered them. When Moses back was turned, what did your religious leader did? The religious leader went against Yahweh. Went against the commandment of Yahweh and built a golden what? Calf and had the people worship it. So then we see several different people throughout the law and the prophets doing the exact same what? Same thing, so nothing changes. Yeah. Read number 20. Whereupon the king took counsel. He's a king. Took counsel and made 2 calves of gold and said unto them, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold, thy deities or thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So this is the king. He's going against the commandment of Yahweh. See? And he set one in Bethel and the other in Dan. So remember, he made 2 golden calves. See, one in Bethel and one in Dan. So you all have your own deities here. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere and serve Yahweh, because you got your own deities here. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one even unto Dan. So they went to worship these golden calves. And he made an house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not the sons of Levi. So what happened now? This king, he made his own golden calves. Then he made his own priests, who were not supposed to be priests. People, some low-down people of low class, and he made them religious leaders. See? That's what's going on in the world today. It looks like something different going on, but it's not different. It's the same thing going on in the world today. This is how all of these different religions have established themselves. So you might think this is something that is not present with us today. This is very much so. And Jeroboam, which is a king, ordained a feast in the 8th month, on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judea. And he offered upon the altar, so did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves and he made that he made. So he made a feast like unto the feast that is done, see, in Judea. So what he's doing, he takes the golden calf and he started with the golden calves and the 4 spirits that he made, he started fashioning his ceremony similar to the one that is supposed to be righteous. That's what's going on. And offered upon the altar, so did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves, which is the golden calves he made. He's sacrificing to these golden calves that he has made, just like the children of Israel in Egypt, in the wilderness, sacrificing to the golden calf. See? So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day